4, authorize implementation of the Shiawassee County Compliance Plan for Indigenous Defense Standards 1 through 4. Authorize the coordinator to seek qualified candidates for review selection by the Board of Commissioners to fill a newly created office of Public Defender salary, grade 12, 69,659 to 78,74,8, to take office on or about October 1st, 2018. You want all the details on it, too? I don't think you need details, they're all written out there, so.
So moved.
You support? Okay, and,
I have something I'd like to say.
okay.
So reading through this, we've talked about this a little bit, and it's up to you guys, I guess, how we want to do it. But as far as the coordinator seeking candidates and then the commissioners filling that position, I would think that we might possibly want to add a chief judge or the prosecutor or something if we want to have a small ad hoc committee for that. I mean, if you guys say, yeah, you want me as the chairman to be on this board, I don't know a bunch of good questions to ask these people if I know we're going to hire them. I know Mike does, and I would want Mike to be on there, but I'd rather see it be like one or two commissioners, one commissioner or two, whatever we want, and Mike and maybe a judge and a prosecutor or something.
To make it like a recommendation.
Yeah.
I will say this about the judges. The judges would not be particularly involved. Remember, this is defense counsel. Up till now, judges have appointed defense counsel, and part of all this is to get the judges out of the appointment of defense counsel business. That's why you have a public defender that's independent.
So it's gonna, much of the local attorney's gonna be out of a job then, huh? Or it could be.
Yeah.
Well, some of them might be in these jobs, but
Oh, okay.
or it might be somebody from outside, but
Mhm.
they'll probably be coming here.
Yeah.
But yes, as far as the large number of ones that are appointed now, that's correct. Only the probate court and family court would still be appointing local attorneys.
So, just for discussion, so would we want maybe, if we don't want judge, would we want like Mike and Dina and Jeremy or something like that, you know, or whatever the commissioner would want to do it, but, or, you know, I'd do it or whatever, but you guys think something like that would be better, or do you think we should do it as a whole? I just don't know that we know the right questions to ask.
Yeah, we can do that in interviews. Ultimately, the decision is made by the.
Well, I understand that, and I'm not saying I want to change that. I want to say the final decision, but as far as maybe to, you know, to give us a couple of choices or whatever.
Most likely, we would probably have local people anyway applying, I hope, somewhat.
Oh, there might be people from outside.
Oh, yeah, I know that, but I hope, you know, yeah.
Chances are, anybody that got hired in would probably become local. They probably either move here, especially the public defender, he or she would end up hiring.
Yeah, then it can.
We just
sure,
hired
we can trickle down after that.
Does he hire all his people?
Yes.
Well, I would
He
think
hires
that,
all his people?
Yeah, he'd be a department head.
I would think
Just
the
like the
defender
prosecutor
might
now.
could do the hiring afterwards, but we kind of need to, we certainly want to stay in charge of the main defender. But
Yes.
I would like.
That's
maybe a
all
little more
is just the one person, that's all we're in charge, is that right, Mike?
No. Well, right, you hire him, then, now he's department head. Think of it like the prosecutor's office, because this is what it's based on.
Okay.
clerk or anything?
Yeah, the prosecutor, that, once you guys appoint the public
Oh,
defender,
yeah, sure.
think of it as, like Larry Johnson,
Yeah,
because that's a department head that you guys appoint, and then he hires his people that are authorized.
We have that rule now, right?
Well, you approve the vacancies, but in this case, remember the money's basically all coming. There's a local amount that has to be paid from here, but that is paid out of what would be prior to this have been paid to local attorneys. And then there's built into this, there's also a sum it's anticipated that there'll be conflicts in some cases, or multiple defendants, in which case they also will have their own budget. They will also appoint the outside counsel, just like instead of now as is done with the judges doing that.
I guess I'm from middle school because it sounds like to me we're getting something good and there must be something in the background, but I don't know. But that's just
This is meant to
I've been here a
avoid-
long time, and usually you get, oh my gosh, we're getting a gold and now some, oh,
Nothing's
two
free.
rotten eggs long.
But that- yeah,
See,
I'm a little gun shy, but that's just me.
here, and so just a
go
couple
ahead.
more things I want to add. So keep in mind that, and my numbers could be wrong, Mike can correct me here. So we've been paying around $103,000 a year.
well, that's the net. We actually been paying around 287, but they do make some collection back. So our total contribution is gonna be, it's in there, it's 100.
So we're gonna still be paying about the same amount that we've been paying, but the state's gonna pick up the excess to do this program.
When? They gotta submit bills,
Yeah,
or they
yeah.
gonna just, so we pay everything,
Yeah,
and they reimburse us?
Actually,
And what return
they
is
no,
that?
no, they will be putting money forward.
Oh, they-
They will be making disbursements. They're gonna make an initial 20%, and then they will, after that, pay their allotment
It's-
quarterly. They'll do it quarterly. And what it is, it's not that they want to do this, Commissioner. They have been under direction to equalize the indigent defense capabilities, equalize them across the counties. Right now, some counties provide a pretty good system, and other counties, not so good.
What are other states doing all over the country? Are they doing this too then? I mean, are we?
Well, some states already have, not all states have Headley. The reason they're funding this is because of Headley. It's a funded mandate. They're gonna mandate it, but so they gotta fund it because of Headley. Other states don't have Headley. They can just mandate it and the county picks it up. Just like right now, the county has to pay for indigent defense counsel now. We have to do that. That's not a choice, and we do pay for it. This is replacing that system. So any amount that was paid before, we have to continue to pay because we were paying for it before, and then they make up the difference, which in our case is a huge difference. Some counties, it's not as huge. They already had a system in place like this. Some counties have a public defender already.
And then see, the other thing I was kind of talking about earlier is we gotta just kind of watch how we do spend our money, because if we don't wanna necessarily move them into an office that we already have, because then they'll take money from us. If we rent, that's fine, they'll pay for it, but we get nothing out of it. If we can somehow buy or secure a building or an office to put these people in, and then this money pays for it, and then in the long run, we would own that building. So, there's some things that we gotta kind of be careful of how we manage
The thing
it.
that worries me is the reimbursement. I mean, we don't have a lot of money to just throw around. So if we're having to get ahead of this and really, 20%, 20%'s not.
No,
that much.
that's 20% right at the outset. And then, like I said, every 3 months they make a payment based on the thing. What I'm saying is reimbursement is, some of these figures may go up. If it costs more to do that, they know this is the initial stages. They're gonna be paying the difference between what we paid before.
But what I'm saying is that we're still gonna be paying money and then waiting on that quarterly stipend. And we're gonna be making up that money.
We can do it so that we got the money as it comes. We can do that. Because what would happen would be this. First of all, yeah.
We got a lot of money to do, guys.
No.
No, I'm just thinking of 3 assistants,
Yeah.
a full-time defender, 3 full-time assistants,
Do we need that?
2 clerical staff members, a part-time investigator.
said-
I mean, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of staff, that's a lot of
Here-
benefits, that's a lot of
here's-
retirement.
They've all been put into the budget.
And 20% just,
No,
Does
20% is
every
just an initial payment.
but it's initial of what? I mean, what are they basing the 20% off of? Our full.
The full budget amount, yes.
If they do that, that'd be a large chunk.
Yes, and what happens is you hire the public defender, this starts October 1st. You hire the public defender, he doesn't hire all three
Some thousand, yes.
assistants right away. He probably would hire one the next month and then one the next month, and he'd pick them up, because right away, everybody that has a current attorney assigned to them, that doesn't change. So there's gonna be a position where it's gonna ease in, and eventually the public defender will be handling all of it. But everybody that's got attorneys now and are still going through the system, still have those attorneys.
Yeah, that's,
With
so
the-
grade 12, what are you thinking, the assistants will probably go at grade 10s?
They're same as the APAs?
Yeah.
Well, that's what budgeted.
I'm just, ugh.
They budgeted for that, yes, including their fringe benefits and everything.
How do they know
I'd
how
like
many
to,
people?
you know,
Sounds like
I'd like
to
to
me-
see the check, and then we start staffing accordingly.
We're mandated.
When we have the
no
money.
choice, so.
When we don't have a check in front of us, we're just spending. We're just saying,
It's,
sure.
it's coming.
Sure.
We can get that Gail back in here to talk if we need to.
Tony needs a saw guy while we're at it too.
If we don't hire a public defender on or about October 1st, we're not going to. But at some point, we're going to be ordered to do this. Remember, it's being mandated. It's just that because it's a mandate,
I'm
they're
taking
funding
the
it.
Gary Olshausen tactic, I'm calling their bluff. I'm gonna make them force us.
No, it's gonna be a good deal.
How do they know we need that many people to start out with? Don't we just start out
There's
with one or
statistics.
two and then
No, it's,
Yeah.
no, Dale DeGamo, we've all
you
been
start
working on
out
this.
full time? I mean, that many people, all of a sudden, we got that
You're-
many people
We've
that
been,
need that
we've been
help?
working on this for 2 years.
How many people do we have in the prosecutor's office? I mean, are we gonna have more defenders than we have prosecutors?
No, in fact, but they count up. The reason the prosecutor has more is because the prosecutor has several other functions, including
That's right.
juvenile, criminal
That's right.
cases and corporation counsel and things like that. If you want to know what the prosecutor has, they have a prosecutor who gets paid $102,000. Well, will be January 1st. They have a chief assistant prosecutor, which is what the public defender is going to get paid, same as a chief assistant prosecutor. And then they have 2, 3, 4, 5 assistant public defenders. They have a part-time investigator. They have 5 secretaries. They have a support investigator. The prosecutor's office has more people than this, but it's based on what it's believed they're going to need, which is 3 public defenders and 3 assistant public defenders, 2 legal secretaries, part-time investigator.
We've been compiling data for 2 years now. That committee has been putting together.
I would encourage the commissioners to read this compliance form. It explains a lot, it really does.
It's hard to see it on that little thing, you push a button and all that goes away and comes back.
We can get you a paper copy.
Yeah. Okay,
It's just between us, so.
so everybody done talking?
Yeah.
Want to move it to the committee of the whole tomorrow? All in favor? I'll support that. We're gonna move it on. Okay, any other agenda items? No? Call the public. Adjournment.
Great job.
There you go, right on time too. Minute to spare.
You guys were talking earlier.
We're not gonna get out of this.
Justice Committee to order. Everyone will please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call to the public. If anyone in the public would like to address the committee at this time. If not, we will move on to agenda item 4. I'll entertain a motion to consider accepting the Shiawassee County Council on Aging Board approved budget proposal for 2019, subject to modifications in the county budget process. I'll entertain that motion. Second that. Okay, Mayhew is here.
Hi.
Floor is yours.
What?
Floor
The
is
floor's
yours.
mine?
Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, if you got it in your packet, I didn't know if you had any questions. I'm not going to go line by line, but I just wanted to explain that we still think that I personally think that the .43 is still applicable for our budget for the millage. And so that's where, we come year to year to find out from me, if we need that increase or not up to the .5. So I think we can maintain the .43 for this next year. Our budget increased $55,000 from last year to this year, and it's it's only 16,000 of it is what's projected to come from the actual millage at the .43, but the other is coming from all of the grant funding and resources that we already have. So I think that we will be okay budget-wise. I know that MERS is a big topic, and that is a topic that's of concern with our board, and we've been working on it for a few years on trying to get ourselves up to the 75% funded part. We are at 66% currently, and we are on a good plan to get that there. So I've been working with the MERS and our board to make sure that we are not underfunded. So get to that point.
Does anybody have any questions?
I'd just like to thank you for being able to maintain a good budget.
Yep.
Not to be not to have to take all the money, and I think the people of the county and the board of commissioners, thank you for doing
That's what we're looking for. Yep.
You're welcome.
I'm on this board, Gary is too. I can vouch for Cynthia. She does a great job. She runs 3 very efficient facilities. Does a really, really good job. Works really hard all the time.
Well, thank
And
you.
has a good staff.
Yes, we do. We have a great staff, and some of our staff have been there over 25 years, and so we've acknowledged them at our last membership meeting that we had, and it's nice to see the longevity and the clientele that we're into the staff for the clientele. Last year, just so you know, in 2017, we had over 71,000 home delivered meals that we delivered in this county. And already as of August 1st, we're up to 77,000. So, and that's with 358 clients that are in serious need of meals. So I just wanted to throw you some statistics out there if you'd like. We did 20,364 congregate meals in 2017, and that's people eating at our 3 senior centers. And then this year so far, we've done 12,969 meals as of July 31st. So people are in need of not only the meal, but the social setting. And so it's great that we have 3 senior centers that are supported in Shiawassee County.
Yeah, I've been at a few of the meetings and they're great. So.
We had a picnic in July, and Gary came to that, and it's great. The state police come and they serve our seniors during that day, and we've been doing food produce delivery. We had a produce delivery at the park that day, but what's great is the Lansing Food Bank has been partnering with us to bring produce into the county once a month for seniors, and so we put it on our annual monthly calendar of when it's being delivered, and people can come to the senior center and pick up what's delivered. So they want to feed more seniors in Shiawassee County, so that's been a great thing. So another program that we got over $28,000 in grant funding was through the Michigan Arts Cultural Center. They supported an art program here in Shiawassee County, and that's been in partnership with the Shiawassee Arts Council. And we've been doing art classes at 3 senior centers and at the Arts Council itself. So that's something in the state plan that they want to see being rolled out into communities for social therapy for seniors. So with that being supported, we did get a grant this last year, and we've applied for this next year, which I haven't received an answer yet. So hopefully soon, since it starts in October. So we got great things happening. People are becoming more aware of what we got to offer. They come for something else, but then they leave knowing, wow, this food smells great. Come in, have a meal. So
Gary's a regular.
once in a while.
You always have great cookies too at the meeting.
Yeah, at board meetings.
Oh, is that why you come?
Yeah, it's a good plan.
If you
Yeah.
didn't have cookies, I wouldn't come.
Oh, well, that's our cooks cooking those. So
We have some good cooks, so.
yeah. Any other
Thank you.
questions?
Thanks. Do we have anything else?
Doing a good job, thanks.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right. All those in favor of moving this on to Wednesday, say aye. Aye. Carries. Move to agenda item 5. Entertain a motion to consider authorizing the health department to hire a registered dietitian at salary grade 8, $40,497.60 to $52,644.80 to fill a vacancy. So moved. I will second that. No discussion, refill the vacancy. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries to Wednesday. Agenda item 6, entertain a motion to consider authorizing the health department to enter into an agreement with the Wausau Public Schools for school nursing services at Lincoln High School for school year 2018-2019, and authorize Larry Johnson, health director, to sign all necessary documents. So moved. Second. Motion second. Any discussion? Pretty straightforward. Do whatever
Will
you.
Larry be here Wednesday or Thursday?
He will be here possibly.
I think he said tomorrow. He was gonna-
Wednesday?
He called me up today.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion moves on to Wednesday. Agenda item 7. We will consider an appointment to the Veteran Affairs Committee to fill a vacancy effective immediately and expiring on 12/31/2020. If we have any candidates.
I move to appoint Dan Smith to the Veterans Affairs Committee to fill vacancy effective immediately and expiring on 12/31/20.
Dan Smith to the Veteran. Motion was made to appoint Dan Smith to the Veteran Affairs Committee to fill vacancy effective immediately and expiring 12/31/20. I will second that motion. Discussion. No discussion.
Are we gonna discuss other candidates tomorrow, or?
You can discuss them today if you want.
Yeah, we discussed it today if you want.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's what the committee does best.
Well, I'm not on the committee, that's what I'm just saying.
Actually, the chairman is an ex officio member of all committees.
I don't mind bringing anything up on tomorrow. I'll leave it to Chairman.
That's fine. We'll just discuss it more tomorrow, whenever everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
Oh, Dan's not here.
Well, Dave, he's the only one that might be here. I just having issues.
You know, if you're, I'm just a suggestion, if you're putting forward names, it might not be a bad idea to discuss them here too, if you have somebody else.
So I think we're gonna put
You
a name
know,
forward.
this is the committee, you
Tomorrow.
know.
Well, I guess I would just like to say that I would like this board to look at Gene Nethaway, and discussion about him and add it into this board.
Considering Gene Hathaway. I think we had another one as well. You gonna make
There's Gary Anderson, Matthew Shepard, Deering, Mr. Wasso, who's number, I can't even think of them all.
I was just trying to pull it up.
And I only read off the one that I looked at myself personally, because I'm the only other one on this
Dan
committee. I
Smith,
read off the one I
Gene
thought
Hathaway, Chuck
best makes.
Ross,
Chuck Ross, there was
Gary Anderson,
Kelly Ruggiero.
Ruggiero.
Kelly Ruggiero. So I have Dan Smith, Gene Hathaway, Chuck Ross, Gary Anderson, Kelly Ruggiero,
Matthew Shepard.
Matthew Shepard.
Good, we're still missing one.
It was a total of 7. Deering.
Gary.
Deering.
Gary.
Well, that's good. On board.
That's right.
So there's the 7.
We like, that's why we
That's all
expanded the board to
seven.
6, because we know we had applicants.
Matthew Shepard, Kelly Ruggiero, Gary Anderson, Chuck Ross, Gene Hathaway, Dan Smith. All right.
But at this time, I still stand by my motion, and I'll go ahead and call the question.
So on Dan Smith only.
You don't want to have any discussion on it, just a question?
I have nothing else to discuss. We put whatever we want on tomorrow.
All right. Motion today is to move forward Dan Smith to the committee of the whole. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we will address that tomorrow. Any other agenda items for the Health and Human Service at this time? None. Call the public? None.
My comment